Hi everyone. To subscribe my channel, press the subscribe button and press bell icon to watch further videos. Do you want to know about insulin and how it was discovered? Then watch this video. Insulin is a hormone secreted by the beta cells of the pancreas. As you all know, it reduces our blood sugar levels. It is a hexamer and it contains 51 amino acid in its structure. Do you want to know who discovered insulin? Yes, he is the man behind insulin discovery, Dr. Frederick Banting. He was a Canadian orthopedic surgeon. After the World War I, he came to Toronto, then he started his clinic, which did not go well. So, he chose to teach part-time at the University of Ontario as a professor. One of his lectures was on the pancreas. He was preparing for lecture about the pancreas. Then Banting meticulously reviewed all known information about the pancreatic gland and its secretion. The night before the lecture and before going to sleep, he wrote this sentence in a paper: Diabetes, ligate pancreatic ducts of dog, keep dogs alive till acini degenerate, leaving islets. Try to isolate the internal secretion of these and relieve glycosuria. Glycosuria is nothing but diabetes. He wrote this and he slept. Next day morning, Banting proposed that the next step was to develop a purified extract from only the islet cells. He approached Professor John MacLeod, an expert in metabolism, who headed a large laboratory at the University of Toronto. Professor MacLeod was initially unimpressed with Banting's theory, but eventually allowed him to use the laboratory. Banting started his experiment with the help of Dr. Charles Best, 21-year-old medical student. After several failures, they finally extracted the secretion and they injected into the dog named Marjorie, whose pancreas was removed few days ago. Dog's blood sugar level decreased and it became better. They named the extract as iletin, but the action was not long lasting. For better duration of action, they extracted the insulin from slaughtered cow's embryo. Professor MacLeod realized the importance of their discovery and changed the name as insulin, means island in Latin. Then insulin was made available to human use. Leonard Thompson, who was suffering from type 1 diabetes mellitus from the age of 12 years, was the first person who received insulin injection in Toronto, Ontario. Thompson developed allergic reaction to first insulin injection. Then MacLeod sought Dr. Collip's help, who was a biochemist. With the help of Dr. Collip, the team was eventually able to purify insulin for human use. After that, Leonard Thompson was able to live up to the age of 26 years. Until insulin was made clinically available, a diagnosis of type 1 diabetes mellitus was a death sentence, more or less quickly, usually within months and frequently within weeks or days. So Banting and MacLeod got Nobel Prize for their discovery in 1923. Banting shared his Nobel Prize money with student Dr. Charles Best and MacLeod shared with Dr. Collip. This was the success story of Banting discovering insulin. You can see today millions and millions of diabetes patients are alive because of this discovery. You may think whether this insulin is so important for us to live. Yes, let us see how it works. When we eat our food, our blood sugar level rises. Beta cells of the pancreas sense that high sugars in blood and it starts to release insulin. The released insulin will get attached to the cell receptor so that glucose enters inside the cell, which then gets converted into energy for our daily activity. So you can see how each hormone is important for us in our body in their own way. So always eat healthy, live healthy, do exercise and stretching. Thank you for watching this video.